My name's Karina Lester. I'm a Yankunytjatjara woman from the Western Desert region in Australia, in South Australia. I'm also a second-generation survivor of British nuclear tests that took place in our country in the 1950s and then through to the 1960s. But I'm also an ICAN ambassador, and it was really important for me to share this story of the harms felt by Aboriginal people in Australia, the nuclear injustice that was done to Aboriginal people. Many had passed, many suffered, and many still continue to suffer. These tests were tests conducted by the British government, an agreement by the Australian government to come and test on what they saw was open land. But actually, Aboriginal people and Arnawajura lived on those traditional lands, practising their traditional cultures and their ways of living in that region. Many people still suffer today, and if this is to be the COP peace gathering in Baku this year, we need to focusing on peace and making sure that we are seeing more investment into those spaces. Peace for Ngunnawal, for Aboriginal people, but also for the wider communities as well across Australia, because we often are felt or imposed with this industry of many pressures from nuclear, whether it's mining on our traditional lands, whether it's waste dump issues on our traditional lands, whether it's nuclear power on our traditional lands. We seem to be forgetting about the past and not learning from the past, and the past that is a very dark secret of what happened in Australia. Some work as ICAN has over the many years in talking up around nuclear and the climate. Many First Nations peoples are very concerned because our traditional lands are scarred, and we're the scars of what happened in 1950 through to 1960s. For decades, people have been testing. Those scars are still evident, and you see that on our traditional lands. You also see the scars on people, on First Nations peoples in our country of Australia. ICAN has done some work in this space around nuclear weapon and our climate. It's really important for people to know about this report and the work that has been done with ICAN, because the two do not go together, as we know that is chaos. They don't work together, of course. They are two massive existential threats, and each makes the other worse. And they are real concerns for all Indigenous peoples and for all of us in this planet. We have one. We need to do more in focusing on the health and well-being of this planet, the health and well-being of our people, all of us that are in this room. Thank you.
Thank you.